Okay, I'm going to show you how you can get unlimited eggs, unlimited rotten eggs, which you can sell for 2,000 for each one. All you need to do this is have 2 controllers and have found at least 1 rotten egg. You need to create a second profile. You can just make up anything. What I did here was do egg mule, and you need to have a second controller to control that. So I'm using the second controller right now. So then we're going to go ahead and launch Resident Evil 5, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to start with your main character, the one that has the rotten egg, and you're going to go to play game and then chapter select. The best chapter to select is 2-1 because there's no cutscene to start with. Alright, what you want to do in your inventory is make sure that the only thing that's in your inventory is the rotten egg, and make sure you give it to Chris. Go ahead and start the game.
We can't let Irving get away.
Okay, once the game is started and it's done saving, hit the start button on the second controller. That'll go ahead and load your new profile. Okay, and then you go into the organize screen, and what you want to do is you want to give that egg from Chris. And go ahead and do ready for both of them. And then what it does at this point is it saves both screens. Go ahead and give the egg back to Chris. And what you want to do is then with the first controller hit quit. They'll ask you if you want to quit. You say yes on the top on the number 1 controller, and make sure that you hit no, you don't want to save the changes on the second controller. What you're going to do is just go ahead and hit continue. It'll bring you back into 2-1, and the only thing you need in your inventory again is that rotten egg. And what you're going to do is the exact same thing you did before. Once it loads, wait till it's done saving, hit start with the second controller, and load up the character. Okay, now what you're going to see is you have 2 eggs. So again, Chris gives one away. You hit ready on both of them, start it up. And then once it loads, you give the 2 eggs back to Chris. Hit start, quit, yes on the top on controller 1 and no on controller 2. Go back to continue and do the same thing. Now on the second time that you do it, now if you notice you have 2 eggs in your inventory, and the other character will also have 2 eggs, which means now you'll have 4. So next time you do it, it goes from 4
We can't let Irving
to
get
8
away. We have to get
to 16 to 24 and so on. Okay, now all you're really looking to do with this is get the second character up to 45 eggs. It's the max that you can save. That's the max that you can keep in your inventory. Now this won't work with weapons, but it will work with ammo and health. But once you have all these eggs and you're getting all this money, you know, health is not really going to be an issue. You can buy as many health packs as you need. Just make sure when you're quitting the game that controller 1 always hits yes and controller 2 always hits no. So now we're at 16 eggs.
Irving, get away. We have to get to...
Okay, so now we're up to 32 eggs. And of course next will be 64. Okay, so we're almost complete. What you're going to do is you're going to end up with more eggs than you can give her. So simply give her all the eggs that you can and then just throw the rest in your inventory. You want to make sure that you're empty so that you can receive the eggs from her. Now at this point you have 45 eggs in her inventory saved, so at any time that you need more money, all you have to do is do the original thing. Go ahead and start up chapter 2.1. When it's done saving, hit start. Go ahead and load that profile. The 45 eggs will already be in there. Go ahead and trade them to Chris, making sure that his inventory is empty before you do it. Quit, save on controller 1, don't save on controller 2, and what that's going to do is give you 90,000 every time that you do it. Alright, we painted off all the eggs at this point, so we're going to take a look real quick at how much money you get from doing this initially. So the easiest way to do it is just remove all the eggs so they're in one stack when you sell them. Okay, so you have 64. Now, every time you do this, you're going to get 45 at this point, which will give you 90,000. But from the initial thing when you're doing this and getting 64, we bump it up to 128. And that is the egg glitch.